All right, welcome back everyone to another Rampancy Net channel update for November 2015. I'm Narcogen.
I'm Blackstar, and here we are to show what's going to be coming up in the near future and to recap slightly what we've been doing so far.
Right, it's been several months since we did another update. We've been devoting almost all of the last 2 months to the Taken King expansion for Destiny. We did about 40 videos in 2 months.
Wow,
and we've
that's
gone
a lot.
over 100 episodes on Destiny so far. And
It's almost as if we're addicted.
we're going to keep doing it, but we're coming to the end of the content in that update, and so we're going to be getting back on a regular schedule. And so this update is to just show you what that's going to be. Okay, so the first game up is Elder Scrolls Online. This is the MMO version of the Elder Scrolls universe. I was playing this with Funkmon on Xbox One. There are a couple of episodes of this series left, and I think we're gonna just play those out and then maybe leave this game on the shelf for a little bit. We picked this up basically as a replacement for Divinity Original Sin when we heard about the launch of the Enhanced Edition, and we'll be talking a little bit more about that. But unless there's a really hardcore Elder Scrolls Online fan out there who wants us to continue this, we may be putting this series to bed for a while.
Well, I mean, there's got to be some other ones around there as well. So, and there must be other sources for that type of content that may or may not even be better than.
I mean, there is for everything. I mean,
so we don't want to abandon you, but yeah, but I'm sure that there's some places out there that'll be able to provide.
Right. Okay, so next up, we're going to be getting back to Minecraft Lightfall. It's been a long time since we played this.
I miss it.
Yeah, I know, and I really want to. I want to beat this thing. I really do. I think it's going to be hard. It may actually be harder than it is even supposed to be, given that I think we're not going to have some of the tools that are in newer versions. I actually tried to do an update on this pack on the server, and I was having problems with it. So we may be stuck with an older version that doesn't have some of the best tools for fighting Taint in it.
Really?
So we might have to cheat a little bit, but we'll see.
I prefer to think of it as creative solution making.
Okay, next up, Marathon expansion Tempest. We had only a couple episodes left. We had just come to the end of the scenario when Taken King launched, and we were in a mad rush to get up to level to do a raid and everything. So we're just going to put out the last couple of episodes here, and then I think we're gonna take a little bit of a break from Marathon for a while and maybe try some other things that we're not going to announce yet, but we will announce soon.
Later, maybe.
So,
exactly. How many marathons have we done? I mean,
well, we did Marathon 1, Marathon 2 Durandal, Marathon Infinity, which was a third-party project that was it was not Bungie, and then we did Evil, and then we did Tempest.
Wow,
and there are still plenty of other good ones to do. Some really big ones as well.
Take forever.
Yeah, like Eternal, which of course would take forever.
Well, yeah. Let's look at the title. So
and Rubicon.
That's right. Yeah.
So there's at least those two, and there are some other smaller ones to do as well. But I think we may take a little bit of break. We're still going to be doing Bungie stuff, but I think may not be Marathon. Okay.
What could it be?
Next up is Mass Effect. Somebody asked me in the channel earlier this week whether we're going to continue with Mass Effect. We are absolutely committed to playing all the way through Mass Effect.
I am totally committed to watching him play through Mass Effect.
And that's despite the fact that I am being totally monopolized by Fallout 4 at this point. I don't know if Fallout 4 is ever going to fit into the thing. I don't want to take on another really big, content-rich RPG that we can't play together. You just have to watch me do it. So Mass Effect, we kind of picked and we're going to stick with it. Fallout 4, maybe we have a chance to do some specials around it. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. But
maybe if we start at the beginning and go through Fallout 1 through 3 first.
I don't know. I don't know if you're going to put up with that because, Fallout 1 and 2 are isometric turn-based games. You have to play in DOSBox now,
No, I don't think we want to do that. I don't think the fans want us to do that, do you?
There's plenty of hardcore Fallout fans out there, really, but I think they would just be exasperated by our lack of knowledge of the older games. Really.
Totally, yeah. It wants some noobs going through it. So, we won't torture the internet with that.
Okay, and next up, I already mentioned it, was Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition. which is going to offer split screen, which you can see in this video, and more dialogue, fully voiced dialogue. They also made an Xbox One and PlayStation 4 version. But the real big thing here was that the new enhanced version is free to people who bought it on Windows, Mac, and Linux. And I think on Windows and Linux, it's already out now, but the Mac port is going to take a little bit longer. So they announced basically, I think that will be out hopefully in December. So we will be playing that as soon as it's out. Yeah, we'll be playing that as soon as it's out. We talked about switching to the Xbox version maybe, but there aren't that many great games out on the Mac, and since we have another site that focuses on Mac stuff, if we can do the Mac version, I want to do it.
Yeah, no, I understand, and especially with the depth that it is, having keyboard and mouse for things, for certain stuff, I'm sure would be advantageous. I know that they did spend a lot in simplifying the interface for the Xbox One, and I believe they pulled it off. A lot of people, I think, do in fact like it. I wanted to try both myself to see which one I would prefer,
but it also looks very much though like the PC versions have benefited from the simplifications they made in order to make the game work on the Xbox One, which is what a lot of people said about Diablo 3 as well, and I think it's true.
Yeah, simple is better.
Yeah. Okay, and last but not least, we still do have the third raid for Destiny's to do, which is King's Fall. Now I have to mention here what we wanted to do. What our plan was that we had never really done, or at least I had never really done, a truly complete blind run through a raid where the fire team you're in actually has to figure everything out as you go. And so we rushed to make sure we were as close as we could to level to go into that raid as soon as the same first weekend it was available. We were still about 10 light points too low
behind.
But then we had some technical problems with recording. We had some scheduling problems where we did a couple of 3-hour sessions and then got kind of blocked off at a point and weren't able to pick it up for kind of a couple of weeks. But also, I also found that I think it was important to try to have that blind experience, but I'm not sure it made really great viewing without heavy editing.
Oh, well, yeah, and that's the thing, where your final explanation or discovery of your next, achievement you have to make to continue on could take forever, and to sit through that process is just so... Well, you'd have to be super faithful for that.
So instead, what we're going to do that is still a little bit different is that we're going to do a 2 or maybe 3-part post-commentary track for
on a successful.
On a highlight of a mostly successful run. I think we'll include, for each phase, we'll include a failure or 2 and then a successful run. And what we're going to talk about is what was the difference between having the blind experience and having the Sherpa experience? And also, what's the difference between this raid and the other 2 raids that Destiny has? And in terms of their own mechanics, and also in terms of how they fit that experience into the world building that they're trying to do with Destiny. A lot of stuff's come out recently about how the story got changed very dramatically. Almost to the point of removal at the very end of the process.
I'd say butchered, but it's when you get massive ideas presented in a way that may or may not be received, and then you take the building blocks of all of them, jumble them up in a bag, and then pull out what you want. Yeah, does it still, cohesively make the same impact that it would have if you hadn't presented them in order and stuff? There's that big discussion. But for this, I hope that everyone gets a chance to enjoy it, and for what we did, it was tumultuously hard our first time going through it. We've actually gone through and been doing hard. In fact, the ones that we have.
Yeah, the highlight video is going to have a mix of
hard and regular,
normal and the regular mode, the regular and the hard mode.
Because we've leveled up so much in between that the viewers, of course, haven't had a chance to participate in.
Right. In fact, I advanced further, the 1 week I started doing the hard mode raid, I think, than probably the previous month.
Yeah. So there is that. So there may be bits that, if you were to look at it in sequence, it looks like we kind of skipped. But we've been progressing with a lot of people through it because this one is hard. And the real question everyone wants to know, is it better than Vault of Glass? We'll find out.
I think it depends on what you mean by better.
Well, see, that's just it. That's a whole nother discussion. So hopefully everyone will tune in then. Was there anything else coming up?
No, I think that's it.
Other than Christmas?
We'll be making some more announcements later in terms of what new games we're going to be featuring on the channel.
Well, tune us in then, and hopefully everyone will enjoy what we put out. So thanks for watching.
Bye.